Your forecast first from KARK4.
It's a great night for fireworks over at Dickey Stevens Park. The end of the Travelers game this evening. Friday nights usually have a fireworks show if the weather's good. Weather not too bad this evening. We do have areas of showers that are just off to the south of the Little Rock metro area, but the majority of those are headed into the southern Ouachitas. Another area of showers and a couple of rumbles of thunder north of the Russellville area, headed into the Ozarks of northern Arkansas, eventually into southern Missouri. What we're going to be looking at least for the next couple of days, is a nearly stationary front across the state. Disturbances moving through means scattered showers and thunderstorms for the next couple of days. And then by the middle of next week, this mass of clouds in western Canada, that's a cold front that's going to be headed our way with a return to more pleasant humidity levels. Your forecast first for Little Rock, looking at a pretty good shot at showers and thunderstorms for your Saturday. We're going to start at 72, headed for highs in the mid-80s. KARK4 News at 10 starts right now.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KARK4 News at 10.
People are flooding Little Rock's River Market tonight for the opening of the new entertainment district. And there's no better time to try it out than on Friday night in August. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Ketz. The entertainment district allows people with an approved cup and wristband to openly drink alcoholic beverages. KARK4's Mitch McCoy is live downtown tonight with a look at what's happening right now. Mitch?
Well, yeah, Bob and Ashley, good evening to you both. With an approved cup and wristband, people over the age of 21 can walk President Clinton Avenue with an alcoholic beverage in hand. So the Little Rock Police Department just put up these barriers here on President Clinton Avenue so people can safely cross the street. But you can see some of the lines on this sidewalk are already growing. Line out the door at Willie D's. And this is what a lot of people are calling a new day for the River Market.
Goes to my head.
As music bounces off buildings in Little Rock's River Market Entertainment District, windows open, sidewalks are filled, and cups are full.
It's just something different.
Come here from after work.
This is the first night people 21 and over can walk President Clinton Avenue with an alcoholic drink in hand.
Being able to come outside and having that freedom is, I don't know, it's interesting and fun.
Tonight it seems like everybody's kind of giving each other a nod of approval.
Emily Reed is from Mountain Home, the state's first entertainment district. She's in the capital city for a concert.
There is entertainment happening, there's culture happening, there are people coming together, freeing up their spirits, being able to enjoy art or music.
Little Rock police also enforced tonight on foot, in towers, and by horse. Yasmin Brown says things like this put Little Rock on the map.
I just think overall it just brings our city together to make people see that, you know, Little Rock does have a lot of things to offer.
As the night kicks off, most people are happy the entertainment district is finally here.
It can be like some of the larger cities. I've been London and Paris and cities like that.
And this all goes until midnight with the approved cups and wristbands. You can get them at any of the participating bars or restaurants, and Willie D's is one of them. You can actually see this line out the door here. No word on who might be participating in the entertainment district tonight, but this is not the only bar participating. You have Flying Saucer and Willie D's all participating in the entertainment district. So this goes until midnight. Once it wraps up, the bars will remain open. It gives police a couple of hours to try and clear the street of alcoholic beverages. It starts back up, if you have the stomach for it, bright and early at 8 a.m. Saturday. We're live in the River Market. Mitch McCoy, KARK4 News.
And Mitch, we noticed your cup was empty. At any rate, the River Market Entertainment District is in full effect, but as Mitch said, there are rules and regulations that must be followed. If you want to take a closer look at those, and we encourage you to do so if you're going to partake, go to KARK.com. Meanwhile, up in Fayetteville, the City Council, they're still working out the kinks on what an entertainment district would look like there. One proposal would allow people to have alcohol throughout the district, but only under certain circumstances. And alcohol would still be restricted to closed streets during special events and sidewalk cafes. City Council will take up the issue again on September 3rd.
Developing news tonight out of Grant County, where authorities are investigating what the sheriff's office is calling a suspicious death. And deputies say they first got the call just before 7 this morning. This was on County Road 9. Once they got there, they found the body of 37-year-old Keith Bailey next to a camper trailer. Foul play is suspected. Stay with us as we learn more. In Pulaski County, the sheriff's office has identified the man who was found dead last night on Wilkerson Road. Deputies found the body of 18-year-old Stephen McClendon inside his home. He had been shot. So far, no suspect information's been released, but authorities are also calling this a homicide investigation. Stay with us as we learn more on this case.
And in Pine Bluff, police there say human remains were found after noon in a wooded area. The discovery was made near West 4th Avenue and South Short Juniper. Police didn't say if the remains were a man or a woman. They've been sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab to determine that and, of course, an exact cause of death. We'll let you know more when information becomes available on that. People packed Central Baptist Church in Jonesboro to honor the life of Wendy Anderson, the wife of Arkansas State head football coach Blake Anderson. Wendy died this week after battling stage 4 breast cancer for more than 2 years. Family and loved ones were surrounded by support from the ASU family. Players, staff, even former coaches sat side by side while the speakers shared stories and memories of Wendy.
Loved her from afar, you might say, just for her, because of her life and what she stood for, and her heart for children, for animals, for other people.
And despite being at the end of her life, Wendy was shopping for her start of the season gifts for coaches' wives shortly before her death. She'll be buried in her home state of Texas. In lieu of flowers, the family is asking for donations to be sent to St. Jude's Research Hospital. We've got more information on how you can help out by going to our website, KARK.com.
Nutrition and longevity. Those were the important themes at the 20th Annual Heart Summit today. It's a 2-day event presented by the Arkansas Heart Hospital, happening at the Embassy Suites in West Little Rock. One of the topics today focused on educating people about the impact CBD oil and medical marijuana is having on the opioid crisis, not just here in Arkansas, but across the nation.
The studies are out there right now in regards to the opioid practice. It has shown that medical marijuana is decreasing the prescriptions that are being written.
Simmons also said that more than $6 million of medical marijuana has been sold so far this year, and that's with just 8 of the 32 approved dispensaries currently open.
Meat producers have a beef with the vegan industry. They want plant-based meat alternative companies to stop labeling the products with words normally associated with meat. Some vegan companies have cooked up lawsuits to fight back. Upton's Naturals filed suit. The New York State law took effect in Missouri, prohibiting the advertising of meat alternative products with words like burgers, hot dogs, or bacon.
It's just not legitimate for the government to censor people's advertising in order to protect incumbent businesses from new competition.
Research shows that vegan meat sales jumped about 14% last year, starting to cut a little into the $90 billion meat industry. Multiple states also trying to restrict vegan labels include Arkansas. That's ultimately up to the federal court to decide.
Coming up tonight at 10, Arkansas communities are working to remember the life and legacy of a fallen sheriff's deputy.
Mike Stephen lost his life in the line of duty earlier this year. We're going to tell you what those who knew him best are doing to make sure his sacrifice isn't forgotten. Plus,
we've had instances where we're going on a non-life-threatening call and have to drive directly past a life-threatening call.
There's an ambulance shortage in Perry County. In fact, they only have one currently running. How officials there hope to fix that problem and save lives.
And a pretty nice evening across Arkansas. Fireworks show, well, actually still going on over at Dickie Stevens. It's got to be some pretty good fireworks over there. It's going on 10 minutes already. Here in Little Rock, we started our day today at 69 degrees. Our high temperature 88 this afternoon. 500 of an inch of rain at Little Rock National Airport. Some places overnight last night picking up several inches, and we got a lot more rain chances in the forecast next.